Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kaisa Putih Olivia, and I want to explain all of the material that I learned in psycholinguistics. Number one is defining psycholinguistics. Psycholinguistics is an interdisciplinary field that combines psychology and linguistics to study how humans acquire, comprehend, and produce language. It investigates the cognitive process and neural mechanism underlying language functions, aiming to understand how language is represented and processed in mind. Number two, we have non-human communication. This topic explores how animals communicate with each other using a variety of signals such as sounds, gesture, and chemical signals. Although some animal communication systems can be quite complex, they generally lack the synthetic structure and generative capabilities of human language, which allows for the creation of novel sentences. Number three, we have human language. Human language is a unique system of communication characterized by its ability to convey complex and abstract ideas. It is governed by rules of conversation that include grammar, syntax, and semantics, which together enable the infinite generation of meaningful sentences. Number four, we have features of human language. The key features that distinguish human language from other forms of communication include syntax, the set of rules that govern the structure of sentences. Number two, we have semantics, the study of meaning in language, including the meanings of words, phrases, and sentences. Number three, we have generative grammar, the ability to produce understand an unlimited number of sentences, including those that have never been heard before, using an infinite set of rules. Number five, we have brain and language. This area focuses on how the brain supports language functions. It examines how language is processed in the brain and identifies the specific regions responsible for different aspects of language, such as speech, production, and comprehension. Number six, we have brain structure. Critical brain areas involved in language processing include Broca's area, located in the frontal lobe. This area is crucial for speech production and articulation. Next is Wernicke's area, located in the temporal lobe. This area is essential for understanding spoken and written language. These areas are part of large network that includes the auditory cortex, motor cortex, and other regions involved in language processing and production. So the next material we have language disorder. Various disorders can affect language ability, such as aphasia. Aphasia is impairment in language production or comprehension due to brain damage. Dyslexia. Dyslexia is a learning disorder characterized by difficulties with accurate and or fluent word recognition and spelling. Other language disorders can result from genetic factors, developmental issues, or neurological damage. So the next material we have language comprehension. This involves the process by which the brain interprets and understands spoken and written language. Key components include parsing is breaking down sentences into their grammatical components. Semantic processing is understanding the meaning of words and sentences in context. So, next material is language production. The process of generating spoken or written language involves general stages. For example, like conceptualization. Conceptualization is forming the idea of what to say. Next, formulation is structuring the idea into linguistic units. And next, articulation is producing the speech sounds or writing the words. So the last material we have language equation. Language acquisition is the process which humans learn to understand and produce language. This begins in infancy and involves several stages. The example is babbling. Babbling early vocalization in infants as they experience with sounds. And next we have one word stage. One word stage, use of single words to convey whole sentences. Next is two-word stage. Two-word stage combining two words to inform basic sentences. And next we have complex sentences, gradually learning more complex grammatical structures. And next we have theories of language acquisition. It includes nativist theory. Nativist theory is process that humans are born with an innate ability to learn language. And next we have interactionist theory. It emphasizes the role of social interaction and environmental input in language learning. Next we have critical period hypothesis. This suggests there is an optimal period in early childhood during which language acquisition occurs most easily. So the most interesting topic for me is brain and language because it bridges the gap between abstract linguistic concept and neurological functions. Understanding how specific brain regions like Broca's area and Wernicke's area contribute to different aspects of language processing and prediction provides a fascinating insight into the biological underpinnings of our ability to communicate. This topic not only enhances our knowledge of how language operates within the mind, but also offers crucial information for addressing language disorders and developing therapies for individual language impairment. So if I made a mistake, I apologize. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.